Want to speak real Vietnamese from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at Vietnamesepod101.com.
Hi there, it's Ling. Welcome back to Vietnamesepod101.com, the fastest, easiest, and most fun way to learn Vietnamese. The good news is the Vietnam government had just announced that they would operate international flights from January 1st, 2022. I know that when this video is published, it would be 2022 already, but that means after COVID-19, after 2 years of COVID-19, finally they operate international flights again. So that means you guys will be able to travel to Vietnam in some time. So in this video, I'm going to introduce to you the top 10 activities in Vietnam. So when you'll be able to come to Vietnam, you know what to do in our country. So let's get started. Thắp đèn lồng ở Hội An. Thắp đèn lồng ở Hội An. Thắp đèn lồng ở Hội An is a very interesting activity that you should try when you visit the center of Vietnam. So you can get a flight to Danang, and I think it takes only 30 to 45 minutes to travel by bus from Danang to Hoi An town, Hoi An ancient town. So this is like an old town of the middle of Vietnam. This looks a little bit similar to the old quarters in Hanoi, but more colorful and peaceful. Every full moon day of the month, lunar month, they will have like a lantern festival. It looks really amazing, especially when you take photo shoots. So let's try it. Thắp đèn lồng ở Hội An là một hoạt động rất nổi tiếng mỗi khi đến ngày rằm. Thắp đèn lồng ở Hội An là một hoạt động rất nổi tiếng mỗi khi đến ngày rằm. Thắp đèn lồng ở Hội An là một hoạt động rất nổi tiếng mỗi khi đến ngày rằm. Next one, you have to ghé thăm Vịnh Hạ Long. Ghé thăm Vịnh Hạ Long. Ghé thăm Vịnh Hạ Long. One of the most popular places in the north is Halong Bay, and this is one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, so you must visit because it looks just amazing. I've been there a few times, and every time I am on the cruise, it feels really peaceful, like traveling around the bay. And there are a lot of high mountain on the beach, on the sea. It just feels very nice and natural, and it's quiet, it's peaceful. The environment or the ambience is nice, especially when you spend a night on the sea. So you just book a cruise, like a room on a cruise, okay? A few years ago, it was like around 1 or 2 million per night. And I think nowadays it's a little bit more expensive, but it's worth to try. So, ghé thăm Vịnh Hạ Long. Next one is du ngoạn đồng bằng sông Cửu Long. Du ngoạn đồng bằng sông Cửu Long. Alright, du ngoạn đồng bằng sông Cửu Long, to cruise the Mekong Delta. I've never been to the west of Vietnam, the end of the country, that area. I think the furthest in Vietnam that I've been to was Phu Quoc. Yeah, I believe so. But the west of Vietnam is very popular for its peaceful view and the floating markets. So some famous cities in the west of Vietnam are Cần Thơ, Rạch Giá, Kiên Giang, Cà Mau, etc. So if you have a chance to cruise the Mekong Delta, it must be a very nice experience where you can experience the life of local people on the market. I heard that the food in the west of Vietnam is very sweet, so you must be very careful if you are not very used to eating a lot of sugar. Du ngoạn đồng bằng sông Cửu Long và ghé thăm chợ nổi là một hoạt động rất thú vị. Du ngoạn đồng bằng sông Cửu Long và ghé thăm chợ nổi là một hoạt động rất thú vị. Du ngoạn đồng bằng sông Cửu Long và ghé thăm chợ nổi là một hoạt động rất thú vị. Now let's talk about uống cà phê Trung Nguyên. Uống cà phê Trung Nguyên. Uống cà phê Trung Nguyên. having Trung Nguyên coffee or having a cup of Trung Nguyên coffee. Trung Nguyên coffee is the most famous Vietnamese coffee brand owned by Đặng Lê Nguyên Vũ, which is like the very first man who brought Vietnamese coffee into the world. Aside from Trung Nguyên coffee, we have a lot of other coffee brands, but I believe that if you love coffee, you must have known about Vietnamese coffee Trung Nguyên. The price is a little bit higher than coffee on the pavements or like street shops, of course, because they have a brand, but the quality is really good. The coffee is thick and dark, the smells is good. And if you're not used to Vietnamese coffee or you just have Vietnamese coffee for the first time, be careful because you will probably not be able to sleep at night. Cà phê Trung Nguyên là thương hiệu cà phê nổi tiếng nhất ở Việt Nam. Cà phê Trung Nguyên là thương hiệu cà phê nổi tiếng nhất ở Việt Nam. Cà phê Trung Nguyên là thương hiệu cà phê nổi tiếng nhất ở Việt Nam. Next one is đi chùa. Đi chùa. Đi chùa. Đi chùa just simply means going to the pagoda. So in Vietnam we have chùa, pagoda, or like đền, temple. Chùa and đền are two of the most famous religious places in Vietnam because a majority of Vietnamese people are Buddhists, and so is my family. So basically on the first of Lunar month or the middle of Lunar month, we usually go to đền chùa, đi chùa. We say đi chùa, not to visit only, but to pray for peace, and other things. Not everything that we pray for, we can get it, but this is like a way to find peace in mind and to believe in something. So this is like a very nice culture of Vietnamese people. Đi chùa. So if you visit Vietnam for the first time, I'm not sure about popular temples or pagodas in the south or other cities, but because I'm from Hanoi, so you can visit Phủ Tây Hồ or chùa Trấn Quốc, or đền Ngọc Sơn, or chùa Ba Vàng in Quảng Ninh, chùa Bái Đính, or Yên Tử. So these are very popular religious places. Now let's talk about đạp xe quanh Huế. Đạp xe quanh Huế. Đạp xe quanh Huế. Đạp xe quanh Huế, to cycle around Huế city. So Huế is the divide between the north and the south of Vietnam during the war, and until now Huế has a lot of historical events and plays an important role of Vietnamese people. Huế has a lot of places and palaces and temples and pagodas as well. Huế actually is a very small city and it's very easy to cycle around, and you must try Hué's food as well. One of the very popular dishes from Huế is bún bò Huế. Of course, it's bún bò Huế. I'm in love with bún bò Huế. Đạp xe quanh Huế là một cảm giác rất yên bình mà bạn nên thử. Đạp xe quanh Huế là một cảm giác rất yên bình mà bạn nên thử. Đạp xe quanh Huế là một cảm giác rất yên bình mà bạn nên thử. Cycling around Huế is a very peaceful feeling that you should try. Next one, let's talk about đi chợ tình Sapa. Đi chợ tình Sapa. Đi chợ tình Sapa. Sapa is very popular in the north of Vietnam because it's on a mountain. The view is amazing and it was discovered by French people. So during the war, French people went there to find some places to relax. And they found Sapa, a small town on the mountains in the north of Vietnam. And until now, there are still a lot of buildings and houses with French architecture. A lot of Vietnamese people enjoy going to Sapa to enjoy the cool weather and the good food. So if you want to try and experience the natural feeling and views of Vietnamese northern area, you should try Sapa. Chợ tình Sapa is like a very popular activity of Sapa. It's like a cultural activity. I heard that in the past it used to be the place where couples can go there and find the love of their life. I personally never experienced chợ tình Sapa, so I'm not very sure about the details, but if you have a chance to try it, okay? Maybe you'll see the love of your life. Chiêm ngưỡng cây cầu vàng ở Đà Nẵng. Chiêm ngưỡng cây cầu vàng ở Đà Nẵng. Chiêm ngưỡng cây cầu vàng ở Đà Nẵng. Admire the Golden Hands Bridge in Da Nang. So it's like the bridge on the two golden hands lifting it like this. When I was in Da Nang last time, it wasn't there. I think it was built just recently. And Da Nang is very close to Hoi An, which is the first activity that we have just mentioned. You can catch a flight from Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City, and other big cities to Da Nang because they have an airport there. Just visit that bridge because it has a unique design. So a lot of people go there to take photo shoots and they have like amazing pictures. I'd love to go there one day after the pandemic and domestic flights operate again. Next one, let's talk about tận hưởng sự yên bình ở đảo Phú Quốc. Tận hưởng sự yên bình ở đảo Phú Quốc. Tận hưởng sự yên bình ở đảo Phú Quốc, meaning enjoy the peaceful of Phu Quoc Island. It's a little bit touristy on weekends, I believe, but there are still a lot of places that you can find peace and really enjoy the nature and the environment. Traveling to Phu Quoc is also very affordable, and there is a direct flight from big cities such as Hanoi, Danang or Ho Chi Minh City. There is also an airport in Phu Quoc to develop tourism. The price is pretty affordable. The food is really good. Seafood is fresh, of course, because it's on the island, and the climate is really nice as well. The best time to visit Phu Quoc is probably from April to July because it's in summer, and after July it's gonna be a lot of storms, but because Phu Quoc is in the south of Vietnam, so it's not very cold in winter. Đảo Phú Quốc là một địa điểm du lịch rất nổi tiếng ở Việt Nam. Đảo Phú Quốc là một địa điểm du lịch rất nổi tiếng ở Việt Nam. Đảo Phú Quốc là một địa điểm du lịch rất nổi tiếng ở Việt Nam. I have never been to a lot of places in this video that I'm introducing to you, but I'd love to visit one day because right now we're in the pandemic and it's not very easy to travel. It's easy to travel, but it's not safe. So thăm bản dốc ở Cao Bang is also an activity that I'd love to try once in my life because bản dốc Waterfall in Cao Bang is amazing. It's just stunning and it's breathtaking. I have to show you the picture because it's just incredible. It's not only one waterfall, but it's like the whole set of different waterfalls in one area, and it just looks so natural and so amazing that I couldn't express my feeling. To see the whole view and beauty of the waterfall, we had to use flycam. Thác Bản Dốc ở Cao Bằng is 100% natural, and I think it's not very difficult to get there. Bạn phải đi Cao Bằng để nhìn thấy sự hùng vĩ của Thác Bản Dốc. Bạn phải đi Cao Bằng để nhìn thấy sự hùng vĩ của Thác Bản Dốc. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'd love to introduce you about all the famous places and things about Vietnam, and I hope one day you'll be able to visit our country soon. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe the channel, visit the website VietnamesePod101.com for more flashcards, lessons, audio files, and other things. Have your free lifetime account right now and get your real lessons by real teachers. And that's it for today. I'll see you in the next video. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại các bạn.
Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description.